Hi guys, Happy here. This is just a wee update video from the goggles that was a sort of prototyping before. I opted to go for this VR headset type of deal because it's far more inexpensive and far more accessible for people. Most people already have Android devices, Android phones, which would quite happily work in this unit. And so I'm currently developing the app called the MindWave. So this is going to be Project MindWave. It's very similar to the sensory deprivation idea, the God helmet, all these kind of things. And eventually what I want to do is develop the app to do various methods of that type of experiment. So if people want a specific type of experiment, I can easily adapt it into the app. But currently this app is essentially what it does is using 110 hertz on the left and 116 on the right. And what that kind of does is it puts the brain into a kind of 4 to 7 cycles per second frequency, which is very similar to REM sleep. So it kind of stimulates the brain to kind of slow down, and that kind of provokes the thoughts to kind of generate, all those kind of things. That's the theory I get with it anyway. It's basically theta waves. So it's putting your brain into a kind of mindset, and so that's basically what the experiment's all about. Very similar to sensory deprivation and all those kind of things like that. So eventually what I want to do is develop the app to do various types of different experiments, like the PSI experiment. They're using white noise and the flashing lights as well. So this kind of thing would suit that perfectly. As I say, most of you probably already have this stuff available, and getting a hold of a headset nowadays is very inexpensive. So yeah, instead of building little goggles, I thought do it this way. It looks far more professional anyway. These things aren't ridiculously big nowadays, and they're compatible with a lot of Android devices. So I thought do this way rather than individually build goggles, which is very hard actually, which I discovered it's very hard to get a nice fitting goggles. Also, being 3D printed are not very comfortable. There's a lot of work involved, and I certainly couldn't make it as cheap as what we have here anyway. So yeah, that is kind of the route I'm going down. Also, I want to develop a little phone size insert, which if people don't have the Android devices, for example, I could essentially just build a phone sized little device which goes in here, which will do the same thing as the app would do, for example. So yeah, that is kind of what I'm doing at the minute. So stick around if you're intrigued by this kind of thing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.